Okay, it was very hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys.
Hi, my name is Palak, and I'm a chef at the Institute of Culinary Education. And in this box are all the ingredients for some $104 dosas.
Hi, I'm Shariff. I'm a home cook, and in this box are my $17 dosa ingredients. Okay.
This is one of my favorite recipes, and it was going to be delicious. When I was growing up, my mom would actually make those on rainy Saturday mornings. Dosa is a beautiful thin rice, paper-thin rice crepe.
Pre-soaked dosa rice. Pre-soaked urad dal and fenugreek seeds. Pre-soaked poa.
That is stuffed with potatoes, masala,
peanuts, dried red chili peppers, curry leaf, urad dal, red onions, hing, turmeric, cayenne pepper, cumin, mustard seeds, ghee, Thai chili, cilantro, lemon.
And my recipe has a green coconut chutney, freshly grated coconut,
ginger, Thai chili, cilantro, lemon, roasted chana dal,
and a sambar made from scratch, which is just a nice warm soup that's served on the side with the dosa. Fortunately for Shariff, I actually made sambar beforehand, packed it, and sent it over, so that should save him a little bit of time. With Shariff's recipe, I have more simpler ingredients that you can find in an everyday grocery store.
I used the box mixture for my dosa batter. I incorporated spinach into my recipe because I love spinach, so I'm always trying to find a way to include spinach anytime that I'm cooking.
Paneer, red onion, garlic, serrano chili, ginger, cayenne, turmeric.
I'm doing a tomato chutney as well.
Roma tomatoes, cayenne, turmeric, garlic, red onion, ginger. These ingredients might be simple, but I can use my chef skills to make them even better.
Okay, some of these, see, these looks like the more costly seasonings. When you go food shopping, you know, you can get the discount generic brand, or you can get these.
If I had to guess, I would guess this cost about $20? Ooh, $17? That was close.
If I had to guess how much all of these items cost, I would say 55 bucks, $50 maybe? What? $104? So now I feel like I have to be extra careful with all of these ingredients. I don't want to waste anything. Let's cook it up. I hope I can get it right. So I am a little nervous. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need help with this because I don't wanna mess this up. Okay, I think it's time to call Rose.
Hey, Shariff.
Hey, Rose.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, likewise.
This is a really hard one that you have, but after seeing your biscuits and shrimp and grits, I'm gonna have the best dosas, I know it.
Thank you for your belief in me, but I don't know. This is a lot of ingredients and I'm getting a little overwhelmed, so.
Of course, you can ask anything you like.
Okay, like in my recipe, I use boxed dosa mixture, but in Palak's recipe, we're making it from scratch. So can you explain to me what's the difference?
Okay, so you're gonna have a really nice fermented dosa batter. So when you take the soaked rice and you take it has the dal and you have the fenugreek as well, you are going to basically blend those things. And when you make your batter, you know that the fermentation is good when you see just small little bubbles. The volume will have increased a tiny little bit.
Now I know you have to keep your cooking surface hot but cool or something as well, and I'm not sure how that works. So can you explain that?
Traditionally, what people do sometimes is in between dosas, they'll add sprinkle it with water to kind of cool it down just a tad so that it's still really pretty piping hot, but it's cooled off just a bit so that you can add another dosa and spread it around. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. And the one requirement is you have to send me pictures on Instagram.
I got you. I will definitely do that.
Have fun, Shariff.
Thank you. Bye, Rose.
Okay, talk to you soon.
All right, so now it is time to start our batter.
And I'm working with a box batter that I'm going to elevate by adding frozen spinach from Shariff's recipe. Spinach has a lot of water, so I'm cutting down the ratio of water and letting the spinach be my extra liquid. I happen to have fenugreek seeds in my pantry. These aren't in Shariff's recipe, but they add just a little extra oomph to the recipe. So I've soaked some and I'm gonna add them into the batter. Now for the boxed dosa mix. This one is instant, so let me see. So I just added my spinach into the batter, and instead of water, I'm actually gonna add a little bit of club soda that I have in the fridge. The seltzer is gonna provide a little bit of effervescent, just extra bubbles to help the batter become lighter. I already noticed that the ready-made batter is really gritty, unlike my smooth homemade batter.
So now I am going to drain our fresh grains, our pre-soaked grains. This is the uridal and the fenugreek.
That is a nice combination, and it's the thing that makes dosa batter really sticky and nice and gelatinous. And it also had fenugreek seeds, which are very traditional. It's a seed that is incredibly pungent.
This definitely has a distinct smell. Okay, now let's drain our dosa rice.
Which is specific rice for dosa batter.
Uh-oh, did I put too much water? Yeah, I think I added a little too much water, so now I'm just gonna add in the poa, but I'm not gonna add any water, and then blend it. Hopefully it will make it a little thicker.
For my batter, I soak the rice and the urad dal separately, then puree them separately, and then mix them together for fermentation.
I was very nervous about the consistency because initially I thought I had added a little too much water. Look at that beautiful consistency, perfecto. I love this. I hope I made you proud, Palak.
Once it's mixed in, I'm just gonna set it aside and let it ferment. And here's my batter.
We're gonna let this ferment. It's gonna take a while, but it's pretty warm in here. I'm gonna leave it for the rest of the day. Hopefully by the time that I'm done with my other ingredients, this will be ready to cook.
So the next thing I want to work on is the tomato chutney. I'm making a few additions to Shariff's recipe by adding some lentils that will bring the chutney together. And the first thing I need is some red onion. Next thing we need are Roma tomatoes. I like Roma tomatoes because they're a little bit sweeter and they have a lot more flesh and very little seed. But I am going to add a little bit of garlic, and I'm going to be pureeing this after it cooks down. Next up, I'm going to just chop a serrano chili. This one's not as spicy as the Thai chilies. And for this ginger, I'm just going to use a microplane and grate it directly into the bowl.
Now we are going to get into this delicious chutney that Palak sent over. Just gonna add the ingredients in. I'm gonna add my coconut in, ginger in, Thai chili, a little lemon juice, roasted chana, cilantro, a lot of cilantro, and a little water. Okay, so this is a little more watery than I wanted it to be. I wanted it just a little thicker. It's not that much off. It's not that off from what I wanted it to be, but it's still delicious. It smells amazing. Spicy. Those are chili peppers, Thai chili peppers. You can really taste it.
The recipe I gave Shariff is on the spicier side. South Indian chutneys are known to be the spicy element. Traditionally, it will be spicier than most chutneys that you find in other regions of India.
I don't know what you think about this, Palak, but I made it. This is my coconut chutney, and I hope it makes Palak proud.
I've got my components for the chutney ready, and I'm going to make the chutney. To Shariff's recipe, I am adding some whole cumin seeds, and I want to introduce you guys to my spice dabba, also known as a spice container. and I'm gonna grab my cumin. I've got some oil heating up, chana dal and the urad dal. Now the dal has lightly toasted and become golden, and I'm gonna add my onions. And as soon as you put onions in a pan, you wanna salt them, then add my garlic, my ginger, chilies, and then the tomatoes. Season with salt again. Close the lid and just kind of let it soften a little bit for about 10 minutes. They have completely disintegrated, and now I can add a little bit of cayenne for the heat and a little bit more turmeric. Let's give it about a minute and let the spices cook out. At this stage, I'm not going to add a lot of water. My chutney's been pureed to a very nice consistency. Wow.
Now I'm gonna start the filling for my dosas, and the first part of that is cooking my potatoes.
Now I'm gonna work on my filling that's gonna go inside the dosa. One of the things that I did for the paneer is I tossed it in the freezer for a little bit. That kind of helps solidify the paneer so that it makes it easy for me to grate into smaller pieces.
Now that my potatoes are done boiling, we are gonna peel them and mash them. I'm gonna get started on some of my other ingredients. We got red onion here. I always wanted to cook. Oh my gosh. Talk about fresh onions, my goodness.
I'm reusing the same onion that I did in the chutney. The onions are cut into thin strips. And so for the serrano chilies, we're gonna slice them really thinly. Right, next up, some garlic, julienne strips of the ginger. And the last two ingredients that I'm gonna be adding to Shariff's recipe are some cilantro and a little bit of lime. I'm gonna do this off the heat when the masala is already made.
Smells so good. Now for our Thai chili peppers. I tasted these peppers, it was really strong, so instead of 3, I think I'm gonna use 2 this time. Even this feels like too much, they're so strong. All right, now that we are done with our veggies, we're gonna move to the stove and start preparing our filling.
Now we're ready to work on the tempered oil that's going to be on top of the chutney. So you wanna heat up oil. I'm gonna temper with a couple of different things. The first one is mustard seeds.
So the first step we need to do is add the ghee to the pan. Once this gets hot enough, which I think it is, I'm gonna add my mustard seeds, get these popping. Now I'm gonna add my urad dal. I don't want it to burn, okay. Ah! I'm gonna add my peanuts in now, you guys.
And one additional thing that I'm gonna add to Shariff's recipe is hing.
Now I'm gonna add in the hing, this little mystery ingredient.
Hing, or also known as asafoetida. It's very pungent. However, when it cooks down, it's got a beautiful fennel taste. It comes from Afghanistan or Iran. And then some curry leaves. Back away.
Okay, now I'm gonna add in my curry leaves. Oh, was not expecting that. Whoa.
And gently take your tempered oil and we're gonna pour it over the chutney. It's quite a nice upgrade to the chutney, don't you think?
Now I'm gonna toss in my onion. Oh my gosh, it smells so good, you guys. What?
For the filling, I'm going to add some coconut oil, and I always keep clarified butter, coconut oil in my pantry, so this is a great addition. Cumin. I'm going to add my garlic and my ginger.
I'm gonna add my Thai chili, add a little salt. This is so exciting. I cannot wait to taste it. It smells so good.
It smells amazing. And to that, the red onions. And as soon as you put onions into a recipe, go ahead and salt them. That helps them break down.
Okay, I think these onions are good to go. So now I'm gonna add my turmeric in. Look at that, you guys. It just changed the whole color. All right, let me add in my cumin and my cayenne pepper. I know I keep saying it, you guys, but this smells amazing. Sorry I questioned your ingredients list, Palak. I wasn't sure. Okay, now I'm gonna add in my potatoes. Definitely a lot more work than box dosa mix. All right, so now I'm gonna put the lid on and I'm gonna let this cook for about 10 minutes.
Now I'm gonna add the serrano peppers, and I'm gonna take my paneer, add it in, Now it's time to use the spices that Shariff gave me, the turmeric and the cayenne pepper. Once the paneer is in the pan, I'm going to use the spatula just to kind of break it up to make sure that they don't clump together. Season it with a little bit more salt. So now I'm going to garnish the filling, and I'm going to do it off the heat because I still want the cilantro to keep its vibrant color, and add a little bit of lime juice.
Okay guys, we've let this cook down for about 10 minutes, so now I'm going to add in my cilantro, lemon. This has given me a newfound appreciation for making the real thing. This is next level, and I haven't even tasted it yet. It's beautiful, you guys. Palak, thank you. You outdid yourself, girl.
I've finished making my filling and my chutney. The only thing left to do is make my dosas. One of the tricks to making dosa is to take your batter and put it into a separate bowl. And this is looking a little thick. And so what I want to do is add a little club soda. And I individually work like this with having a separate bowl for each dosa that I make. Doing this in a separate bowl allows you to experiment with thickness of the dosa batter. If it's too thick, you can add more liquid. If it's too thin, then you can add more batter.
So let's check on our batter. Let's see. Now it's been fermenting for a long time. It's been fermenting for hours. You can smell that it's fermented. The scent has changed a lot, and you can see along the side, you can see the bubbles. Okay, I'm gonna cut my pan on to medium, and then we're gonna let the pan heat up so that it's nice and hot.
I'm gonna start with a cold pan. Because this is a store-bought mix, it doesn't do well with a piping hot pan. So I'm gonna start on a cold pan, ladle my filling directly in the center, and gently using the bottom of my spoon, just make circles all around the pan. The nice thing about using instant batter is you can work on your shape without worrying about the dosa cooking too quickly.
I think that's hot enough. So I'm gonna add my ghee, and we're gonna spread this around. Let's see if I get this right, you guys. Okay, and then I immediately, nope, not happening. Fail. It's not spreading. No, it's not right. I'm gonna add a little more ghee this time. Maybe it wasn't enough. Nope. It's all clumping together, which makes me feel like this pan is too hot.
If the heat is too high, as soon as you drop the batter, it's going to start clumping up when you start to spread it because it's cooking too fast. That's why even heat is very important. Now that I've got my batter, I'm going to put the heat on to medium, and then in about 30 seconds, I'm going to add oil. The oil is going to help the dosa come off the pan, and it's going to help that dosa batter become really, really crispy. Ooh, if I do say so myself. Oh, Shariff, that's from a box.
Now let's hope the third time is the charm. Ah, I suck. I cannot get this. Okay, this does feel closer. I am somewhat getting the hang of it. It is not sticking or clumping to the pan anymore, so I'm gonna toss this on a plate and I'm gonna go again.
So I'm gonna flip my dosa. I know it's ready when the edges kind of come off of the pan, which gives me a perfect little hole. Flip it over. I'm just gonna cook that side for not even 30 seconds.
Here we go. Nope, too hot. It's something to do with the temperature of the pan. I'm sure there's like a science to it that I have not mastered yet.
Looks like Shariff's running into some trouble. Let me call him to see what happened.
Hello?
Hi, Shariff.
Hi, Palak, how are you?
How's it going?
Not so good. I need your help.
What can I help you with?
Okay, so it's not coming out right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or...
I have a trick for you. You're gonna grab a separate bowl. You're gonna pour some batter into that bowl. And you're gonna add a little water because likely your batter is too thick. And your pan was probably too hot as well. Okay, you wanna try it?
Oh, Palak, I think it's happening. I think it's happening. Okay, girl, we don't need you no more. You can go now. No.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I tried this 5 times. I get you on the phone and immediately it works. I think we're good, so thank you so much, Palak. I really appreciate you taking my call.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's good. Okay, I don't want to get too excited. Okay, now I can proudly show you guys this is how you want it to be. This is the right consistency. It's nice and brown. I'll just lift it a little bit so you guys can see that brown underneath.
And I'm going to put my filling directly in the center. Now at this stage, we can fold it over. And here's my dosa with the filling. All that's left to do is add the chutney and we're ready to eat.
I'm going to add my filling. Let's fold this baby. See, this is why you got to keep trying. I didn't give up and I got it right in the end, finally. Now it's time to plate our dosa.
The only thing left to do is add a little bit of chutney. I'm actually going to put an extra bowl of filling. And here's my spinach dosa with the paneer masala filling, tomato chutney, and a little extra side of paneer masala.
I'm going to grab my sambar, special made sambar from Palak. Of course, we can't forget our coconut chutney. Here is my dosa with coconut chutney and sambar. I was worried for nothing, you guys. It all came together as you see. The end result is this.
I mean, recipe might be Shariff's, but I think I did it justice. That's from a box, people.
Oh my God. It's so good. It can't compare to box dosa.
It is so good. It's spicy, it's tangy, the cheese is nice with the crunchy texture of the dosa.
Perfecto. Oh, so good. I surprised myself. I mean, this is Palak's recipe, but girl, I spiced your recipe up. I mean, look at what I did. This is really good.
It's not traditional to add spinach into the batter. I've got to tell you, this is working out really nice. And I've got a cup of spinach, extra vegetables. That's winning.
I can't wait to show Palak how this turned out.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm great. How did it go today?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, as you know, I had to give you a phone call. I had to call you in a panic. But, I mean, honestly, it came out pretty good. I don't think it really.
It's beautiful.
Your recipe, oh my gosh. The flavor, I have to say. Once I started making the filling, I could smell it. The flavor is just like, oh my God, it brightened up the whole room. As I was mixing it, I was like, I know this is gonna be so good. I know, I was excited to taste it.
This is not an easy recipe, and for someone that didn't grow up making this, I am so beyond proud of what you've made.
Oh my gosh, well, okay, I'm good. We can end this now. I can go.
Mic drop, mic drop.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot coming from you. I was honestly intimidated when I saw the ingredient list. I was like, I don't know. I didn't think anything was gonna come out right.
But it did.
It did. Thank you so much. Thank you again for trusting me with your recipe. Bye.
Bye.